Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Wednesday. All right, guys. Well, we have a lot to talk about, especially when it comes to the secret lives of Mormon wives. You guys know I kind of have a Mormon wife myself. Like Jason was a part of the Mormon church, so I feel like I'm definitely qualified to speak on this, but I'm not. But I could be. So, anyways, before we jump in, if you guys have not, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And also, if you guys have not seen our new site, upandadamlive.com. Oh, speaking of Mormons, all you have to do is go to upandadamlive.com. We have trending news, Bravo news, celebrity news, royal news, reviews, blinds, everything in between. And we have a team of savage AF writers who go read their articles. You're going to freak your shit. Also, click on this little profile icon where you guys can sign up. You can make a profile. All you have to do is add a picture, sign up with your email. Everything's free, so it's not a big deal. But do that. That way you can get savage with the writers and everybody else in the comment section. Again, it's all free. You're not getting charged for this shit. But let's go. All right, guys. So I didn't know really where to begin since we are talking about the secret lives of Mormon wives, but I was looking at this and I'm like, what is going on? Here we go.
Hard, for sure.
Well, switching gears a little bit, Jessi, you have not been wearing your wedding ring. Is there anything that you can share about your marriage?
I will say that reality TV is hard on any relationship, whether it's a friendship or a marriage. And we've been through a lot and now it's going to be public and we're working through things and we're trying our best, but things are a little tricky right now. And, you know, I'm excited to hopefully someday share more about that. But right now it's a little bit, it's just real life and it's hard. So yeah, I don't really know.
I have to ask, and I'm assuming, because I think you guys are filming season 3 and I know obviously when we want to be conscious of spoilers, but you know, season 2 ended with quite the accusation towards you. And Miranda made it seem like you and Jordan have some real tough conversations ahead. Do you want to clear the air about like you and Marciano and him saying you guys had an affair, or can you what can you, if anything, clear up right now?
I can't say much, unfortunately. I wish I could, but there is just so much more to the story. And again, relationships are hard and they're nuanced, and there's so much more that I'm excited to share because I think people will be able to relate to my story. And I think it may help people.
Do you think that Jordan is a good role model for the men that your daughter should look for in a husband?
Oh my gosh, that is a loaded question. No, I think that there's been a lot that's happened. And I think that he and I are both willing to work on things and change, but maybe he should be asked that question because that might wake him up. But no, I think there's a lot of things that have needed to change.
I've heard some things about him and I was really disappointed to hear. I hope they're not true. Clearly you can't tell me, but your answer to Nally, I think, is revealing. And I'd love the opportunity to talk with him about some of the things I have heard if they end up being true, because it's really quite sad and disappointing. But I'm looking forward to getting to the bottom of that.
I will say one thing about me is I feel like, unlike Whitney, I'm really good at taking accountability and I own my shit, and I am excited to someday tell the full story and, you know, fall on my sword and take accountability for certain things, but also open up a bigger conversation that I think needs to happen. It's hard for sure.
Well, switching gears a little bit, Jessi, you have not been wearing your wedding ring.
You know what? I guess I'm finding to be so interesting at this point is like, I'm confused. Like, girl, were you sitting there and hooking up with Marciano and everything that Scheana said that you did, and that you guys were having sex, and Marciano said that you guys had sex? Did you have sex? And if your husband is not that great of a guy and you guys are used to swinging, did you not care that you had sex, or did you not have sex at all? Like, where are you at in the fray of what this is? Because I'm so fucking confused at this point. I really, really, really am. But we're not done. It's like, honestly, guys, it's never done. Hold on. Here we go. Present. Share screen.
I think Demi pushed boundaries in Vanderpump Villa. And
when you say push boundaries in her marriage?
Yes.
Okay.
And I called her out for it, and she was very upset in Italy She was like, how dare you tell me what my own boundaries are in my marriage? Like, how dare you? Like this is like, I can do what I want. Kind of the same mentality of like what she brought in Vegas, but it was almost what?
I mean, you also called me though, because I was back in Arizona in medical school, and Jen called me and was like, because I was asking her about how this trip was going, and you called me and was like, yeah, Demi's just been crying in her room for the last hour. She feels so bad. She feels like she's cheated on her husband.
Yes.
Well, why? Well, because she was sitting on his lap, she was kissing him. All these things that were never shown in the edit. It's just, I don't even know how we're like still honestly debating the topic.
Yeah.
Well, I think partly it's just because it's obviously such a serious
sensitive
accusation,
topic.
a serious conversation, and it's just like,
I think what was hard for me was like, this has happened before. I've heard this from other people, like when she in her past marriages, that this would happen. And so for me, like, I just kind of like told her, like, if you want to flirt with this guy or whatever, like, you can go do that. Like, that's your boundary in your marriage, like whatever. But like, I'm making it very clear that I don't want to be associated with that. And I was worried at that point, like, are they going to edit it in a way that we're all flirting with these guys? I want to make it very clear that like, I'm just here to have a fun girls trip. And I'm not like trying to like, you know.
So at that moment, when you brought that up to Demi, were you trying to be like a good friend and hold her accountable and be like, hey, I don't know where your head is right now, but like, this is what you're doing and maybe you should stop? And she didn't respond well.
Absolutely. And I think at that point she was just like, maybe she had realized. But later after the trip, she ended up having a conversation with Brett, and she was bawling on the phone, and she was like, I went too far. I should have gone to bed at 8 p.m. when you went to bed, Jen. Like, I think I may have pushed this too far. Will you guys please not tell anyone? And at that point, I'll be straight up. Like, she was never truly like a true friend to me. She'd never been loyal to me. She exposed all of my text messages in Vegas for her own benefit and for her own storyline. It never felt like she was a true loyal friend to me. So at that point, I had my guard up, and I own this. Like, I told Michaela, I'm not a loyal friend to her. So if she comes at me and my marriage again, season 2, like, I'm going to bring this up because it's not fair. It's not fair for you to keep pointing fingers at my marriage, make your whole storyline about how I'm in this toxic marriage, yada, yada, yada. But then we don't talk about your marriage because we all know that there's things happening. I think Demi pushed back.
This girl is just going in. Hold on, not done.
I think.
That was it. Okay, perfect. Demi, you need to go get your ass all the way together, girl, because it looks like you got a lot of skeletons. Also, by the way, you guys, when Jason and I were watching the show, and she literally looked and she goes, I'm a fan favorite after like one season. This shit got to your head really quick, Demi. Got to your head, it got to your boyfriend's head, got to everybody's head. It got to everybody's head. And I wish you luck, girl. I really do. Pop off in the comment section, guys. Honestly, let me know what you think, especially about the stories are so conflicting. But let me know what you guys think. I will see you guys so very soon, and happy Wednesday. We have Hot Messy Topics on Friday with Kendrick, and we will be back then. And then next week, you guys get Jason back for Anchor Watch. So love you guys.